Welcome, everyone. As you heard, our returning champion, Amy Schneider, has now been with us 40 days and 40 nights. She has amassed over $1.3 million and answered over 1,300 clues correctly. It's been a remarkable run, one for the books. And at this point, only one question remains. How long can it go on? Our challengers, Janice and Roan, would like to answer that question today by claiming a victory of their own and ending Amy's streak. Let's see what happens. Let's start with the Jeopardy round. Here are the categories you'll be dealing with. First, the Carolinas. Creature comforts. Cereal, that's a creature comfort. Some homophones. 10 of a kind. And finally,
from the NFL Today team, some clues about the conference championship heroes who got their teams to the Super Bowl.
Amy, start us off.
Conference championship heroes 200.
Here's Bill Cowher.
After winning a record 9 AFC titles in 2021, this ageless marvel threw for 3 touchdowns to win his first NFC championship, leading Tampa Bay into the Super Bowl.
Janice.
Who is Tom Brady?
He is the ageless marvel, yes.
Cereal for 200.
Two-time Olympic gold medalist Bob Richards was this cereal's first spokesperson. Roan.
What is Wheaties?
Yes.
The Carolinas for 600.
These colorful mountains of the Appalachians pass through both North and South Carolina and several other states as well. Janice.
What are Blue Ridge Mountains?
You got it.
Cereal for 4.
Cheerios are made with 100% whole grain these. Roan.
What are oats?
You got it.
The Carolinas for 800.
It's about 200 miles between these 2 capital cities of the Carolinas. Roan.
What are Columbia and Raleigh?
Yes.
The Carolinas for 1,000.
Answer there is the Daily Double.
All right.
You're in the lead with 1,400, Roan.
Let's make it a true daily double.
All right, 2,800 if you're correct. I think that's the right call. Here's your clue. This army post northwest of Fayetteville boasts of being home of the airborne and special operations forces.
What is Fort Smith?
I'm sorry, Fort Bragg.
Okay.
Fort Bragg. Drops you down to nothing, but plenty of time to build again. Where to?
Homophones for 200.
To tint and to perish. Amy.
What is to die?
Yes.
Conference championship heroes 400.
Here's Phil Simms.
The Colts trailed the Patriots 21-3 in the 2006 AFC title game before this quarterback took over, leading Indianapolis to 4 second-half touchdowns and a seesaw 38-34 victory.
Amy?
Was Manning?
Peyton Manning, yes.
Conference championship 6.
Let's hear from Nate Burleson.
In snowy Soldier Field in January 1986, this team naturally allowed 0 points to the Rams as they won the NFC crown, with linebacker Wilbur Marshall one of the defensive heroes.
Roan?
Who are the Bears?
You got it.
Homophones 400.
A mineral supply and a paddle. Amy?
What is ore?
You got it.
Conference championship 800.
Here's James Brown.
With time running out in an AFC title game in 1987, the Denver Broncos were trailing the Browns and pinned on their own 2-yard line when this quarterback led them 98 yards for a touchdown on a series of plays known simply as the drive.
Amy?
Who is Elway?
Correct.
Conference championship 1,000.
Finishing the category, here's Boomer Esiason.
In the first ever conference championship in 1971, Baltimore downed Oakland, putting the game away with a 68-yard fourth quarter touchdown strike to Ray Perkins from this legendary quarterback.
Amy?
Was Namath?
No. Janice or Roan? No, that was Johnny Unitas. Our thanks to the NFL Today team for that category. You can catch them this Sunday as they cover the AFC Conference Championship game on CBS. Amy, back to you.
Homophones 600.
A good source of protein and a gathering for track events. Amy.
What is meat?
Good.
Homophones 8.
An alloy and to pilfer. Amy.
What is steel?
That's right.
Homophones 1,000.
A type of liquor and an evil spirit in Islamic folklore. Roan.
What is gin?
Correct. That takes you up to 1,600. You can put down your signaling devices while we an online dating class at your library for senior citizens?
Yes, I only had one person. I tried to be adventurous and teach an online dating class, and I only had one gentleman sign up and show up. But I was able to sit down with him one-on-one and help him write his profile, and we talked about messaging etiquette and stuff like that. And I never saw him again, so I can only imagine it worked.
Exactly. He didn't need you anymore.
Exactly.
He has a happy, fulfilled romantic life.
Yes.
Well done. Janice Hawthorne Tim from Ukiah, California, music educator and choral director. And as part of your musical life, you own a very special piano. Tell me about it.
Well, I do. I own a 1928 Steinway grand piano, rebuilt by a dear friend of mine who rebuilds pianos, and it was the childhood piano of Nobel Prize winner Carrie Mullis.
Wow. Must make you smarter to play that.
I don't know, but it's my forever piano. So.
Amy Schneider from Oakland. If you've been watching her on the show, you know that she often gravitates to pop culture categories. What's your secret for your pop culture knowledge?
Well, you know, I've been auditioning for years, and I've said it's a good thing that I did not get on before I started dating Genevieve, my girlfriend. She's a bit younger than me and much cooler than me. So the only reason I know anything about current day pop culture is all thanks to her.
Yeah, you know, I've often said to really go long on Jeopardy, you need to be young enough to still know the pop charts. Or, I guess, know someone who does.
Yeah.
So that's a good tip. Well, let's get back into the game. Rowan, you gave us the last correct response. Where to?
The Carolinas for 200.
This nickname for North Carolina likely goes back to a product since colonial times that stuck to the feet of workers. Amy.
What is the Tar Heel state?
That's right.
Carolinas for?
For South Carolina, the state bird is the Carolina wren. For North Carolina, it's the northern this. Rowan?
What is cardinal?
Good.
Cereal 600.
Wake up in the morning, there's a crackle in your face, said a 1964 Rolling Stones, yes, those Stones, jingle for this. Janice.
What is Rice Krispies?
Yeah, the Stones did a Rice Krispies ad.
That's great. Cereal for 8.
This baked square cereal shares its name with a board game and a magazine. Amy.
What is life?
That's the cereal.
Cereal 1000.
These O-shaped delights with a fruit name were originally just orange. The green ones were added in 1998. Rowan.
What are Apple Jacks?
Yes, you got 1,000.
10 of a kind for 200.
The FBI introduced this compendium in 1950 to publicize dangerous fugitives in the United States. Amy.
What is the most wanted list? The 10 most wanted?
That's right.
10 of a kind 400.
One of the 2 books of the Bible that list the 10 commandments. Janice.
What is Exodus?
Yes, Deuteronomy's the other.
10 of a kind for 6.
This actress played the perfect 10 in the movie of that title. Amy.
Who is Bo Derek?
That's right.
10 of a kind 8.
Introduced in 1921, this psychological test uses 10 standard ink blots. Amy.
What is Rorschach test?
Yes.
10 of a kind 1000.
Blacklisted notables known as the Hollywood 10 included this screenwriter of films like Kitty Foyle and Papillon. Amy.
Who is Trumbo?
Dalton Trumbo, you got it.
Creature Comforts 200.
It's a giant panda's favorite food. Janice.
What is bamboo?
Yes.
400.
Mattresses for dairy cows come in rubber, foam, fabric, and even this type that supports the animal's weight with hydraulic pressure. Rowan?
What's a waterbed?
Yeah, cows get waterbeds.
600 Creature Comforts.
On Madagascar, these primates use a toxic secretion from millipedes as an insect repellent, and it's thought to get high. Amy?
What are lemurs?
That's right.
Creature Comforts 8.
Hippos and hogs are among the many animals who do this. Roll in mud or liquid to soothe themselves. Amy?
What is wallow?
It's called wallowing, yes.
Creature Comforts 1000.
The last clue. The cleaner species of this tropical fish make their neighbors more comfortable by removing dead scales and other irritants. That's called the cleaner wrasse. Amy, you're in the lead with $7,200. Janice, you'll be selecting first in Double Jeopardy when we... Let's take a look. First, that 1770s show. Then bookbindings. OMG. Alphabet Soup. Celebs who appeared on kids' TV. And finally, E before I. Janice, where would you like to start?
Let's have E before I for 400.
The massive Madrid Maersk is one of these, a ship used to carry cargo in bulk. Amy.
What is a freighter?
You got it.
Celebs who appeared on Kids TV, 400.
Selena Gomez was an adorable tyke on this PBS Kids show about a prehistoric reptile. Roan.
What is Barney the dinosaur?
Barney and Friends, yeah, correct.
Barney, thank you. That 1770s show for 1200.
The one lantern if by land and two if by sea in this building were not meant to signal Paul Revere, but allies in Charlestown. Amy.
What is the Old North Church?
That's correct.
1770s, 1600.
Fed up with this country's Riksdag in 1772, Gustav III set up a new constitution that, surprise, put him firmly in charge. Amy?
What is Sweden?
You guessed correctly, yes.
1770s, 2000.
The answer there is the first of the 2 daily doubles in the round. How much would you like to wager?
4,000.
Okay. 14-4 if you're correct. Here's your clue in that 1770s show. In 1776, he wrote, "Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. Yet the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph."
Who is Paine?
That's The American Crisis by Thomas Paine. Well done.
Celebs on Kids TV, 800.
Who's the leader of the celebrities who appeared as kids on this Disney show? Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears, that's who. Amy.
What is the Mickey Mouse Club?
Yes.
Celebs, 1200.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, long before even his role in the Basketball Diaries, at age 5, he appeared on Romper Room. That's Leonardo DiCaprio. Amy, back to you.
Celebs, 16.
Before she was whispering to ghosts, she was on Kids Incorporated, singing at a club for young people. Janice?
Who is Demi Moore?
No. Amy or Roan? That ghost whisperer is Jennifer Love Hewitt. Amy, select again.
Celebs, 2000.
In 1986, a teenaged Ben Affleck was Danny on Wanted, the Perfect Guy, one of these ABC one-offs that taught good lessons. Amy.
What is an after-school special?
You got it.
Book bindings, 400.
The Art of Blank and Peace. Janice.
What is war?
Yes.
Bookbindings, 800.
Gulliver's Blank with Charlie. Roan.
What are travels?
Good.
Bookbindings, 1200.
Gone Blank Interrupted. Janice.
What is girl?
That's right.
Bookbindings, 1600.
The name of the blank matter. Janice.
What is rose?
You got it.
Bookbindings, 2000.
The return of the blank rat. Amy?
What is king?
That's correct.
E before I, 800.
The ancestors of this breed came over the Alps into Central Europe as cattle drivers with the Romans. Roan.
What are Rottweilers?
That's correct.
E before I, 1200.
In Shakespeare, it means fanciful or imaginative. In contemporary use, it means vain. Amy?
What is conceit? Conceited?
Yes.
E before I, 16.
It can be a type of cell division or a figure of speech. That's meiosis. Amy?
E before I, 2000.
In many states, the death penalty may be imposed if a murder was especially this, atrocious or cruel. Amy?
What is heinous?
Yes, you had 2000.
Alphabet soup, 800.
The standard form of the ancient Greek alphabet comes from one that shares its name with this type of classical column. Roan?
What is Ionian?
No. You're close, Roan. It was the Ionic alphabet. Amy?
Alphabet, 1200.
Called hey, the fifth letter of this alphabet can also be a prefix to function as the. Roan?
What is Hebrew?
That's right.
Alphabet soup, 1600.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, this country's name represents the letter I. Amy?
What is India?
Correct.
Alphabet, 2000.
King Sejong is known for creating this alphabet called Hangul. Roan?
What is the Korean alphabet?
2000 for you.
OMG for 1200.
The answer there is the second daily double. And you find yourself in a very interesting situation. When you've seen Amy play, you have $7,800.
Let's make it a true daily double, Ken.
I like it. All right, for $15,600 if you're correct. Here's your clue in OMG. The Greek goddesses of vengeance are called the Eumenides, better known as these, a word from Latin.
What are the Furies?
That's correct. And suddenly, this game is not as out of reach as it seemed a second ago. Where to, Roan?
OMG, 1600.
A version of the old Germanic deity Donar. He's the Norse god of thunder and storms. Roan.
What is Thor?
Yes.
OMG 2000.
The Egyptian god of chaos, who killed his brother Osiris, has this name, like the third son of Adam and Eve. Amy.
What is Seth?
Yes, 2000 for you.
1770s 800.
In a pre-Valentine's Day gift to the world on February 13th, 1777, this debauched Frenchman was sent to the dungeon of Vincennes. Amy.
Was Desaad?
That's right.
1770s 400.
Led by Samuel Nicholas, the first landing by this U.S. military force was at Nassau to seize supplies in March 1776. Janice?
What is the U.S. Navy?
No? Roan?
What's the Marine Corps?
That's correct, yes.
OMG 800.
Watatsumi, the Shinto god of the sea, is usually depicted as one of these aquatic monsters. Watatsumi is a sea serpent. Roan?
Alphabet soup 400.
Developed around the 9th century, this alphabet is used by Bulgarians and Macedonians today. Amy?
What is Cyrillic?
That's correct.
OMG 400.
Final clue? Ranganui is the primordial sky god of this people of New Zealand. Amy?
Were the Maori?
That's right. It takes you to 27,600, but for the first time in what seems like quite a while, Final Jeopardy is going to be very important today. So a lot hinges on this category. We're going to be dealing with countries of the world. Think about that. Think about your wagers. We'll be back. For Final Jeopardy today, countries of the world is the category. Here's the clue. The only nation in the world whose name in English ends in an H, it's also one of the 10 most populous. 30 seconds. Good luck. We'll start in the middle with Janice Hawthorne Tim in third place. Could you come up with a country?
I did not.
What is, maybe it was going to be Syria?
Syria, but
Not
that's not
correct. You're going to lose $500, takes you down to $2,700. Rowan Talsma played well, found the daily double when he needed it. Did you come up with the right country? What is Bangladesh? That's a tough one, and that is correct. You will add $12,000, $29,600. You now have a narrow $2,000 lead over our champion, Amy Schneider. Did she come up with Bangladesh? You looked at this for a long time. No response. You're going to lose $8,000. You're going to finish in second place with $19,600. Rowan Talsma, you are our new Jeopardy champion with a one-day total of $29,600. Congratulations to you. Amy Schneider, congratulations. What a run. Thank you for the 2 months you spent with us. It was very special. It was remarkable. We'll be seeing you again in the Tournament of Champions.
To say about defeating a 40-day champion, visit Jeopardy.com/overheard.